about Liverpool versus Arsenal, but because I have a big match preview that is going to be coming out on the Connect tomorrow, expect my preview and my thoughts on the game tomorrow, and I'll give you the team that I'm expecting to start at the game. Of course, there's already the prediction of all the games that are going to be played this week. Go check it out. It's there on the Football Connect. But let's talk about what is going to be happening in this video, which I'm going to be talking about the progress between Marc Guehi and Liverpool, as well as Alexander Isak and Liverpool. What are the progresses that are happening in terms of those movements, as well as Constantine Tsimikas? We have been told it's very close to happen, and also what's going to be happening with the Harvey Elliott, because there are still some interesting movements that could happen on that side of the market. Then lastly, talk about the Tsimikas, who could be on his way to Italy. Let's get into the video, like the video and subscribe to Connect. Let's talk. So, of course, there's been a lot of things that have been happening. Federico Chiesa was confirmed that he's going to be in the team of Italy. That's so good for him. As well as Giovanni Leoni is going to be in the team of Italy. That is always good. I was confused. How is that Hugo Ekitike is not in the French team? Maybe that's the problem with the manager. He has to go before we actually start to see some changes in this team. So Hugo Ekitike was not chosen. And I actually think it's a good thing for him because he has not even had the time to settle in Liverpool yet. And I think there's the opportunity he will get to find himself, to find the best way to work and actually settle down so that he's ready for whatever that is going to be coming after the international break, because the Premier League actually kicks on and they actually become seriously. And that's when you hear my predictions of what I'm expecting this season. But also on the other thing, I'm looking at the fact that Alexander Isak could be on his way to Liverpool if things goes well, because according to the reports, it looks like Newcastle has managed to find a replacement for Isak, or a player that they consider is at Isak level in terms of a replacement, who is actually now in Newcastle preparing for his medicals tomorrow. So that makes the Liverpool Isak deal even more interesting, because that gives Liverpool the opportunity to start taking the necessary steps to show that they are really interested and start moving into the right direction. Isak is a player that Liverpool have been chasing the whole entire summer, even though it feels like, yes, it's been the whole entire summer, because they've always been interested in him. They have not really shown it publicly like they did in the later stage of the transfer, but they've always been interested, even though they were going to buy the Florence, what the British transfer record always feels like it's always there, except if you're talking to Luke Edwards, who always says the difference of what's happening. So I don't really know. Should we believe Luke, or should we just go with what's happening right now on the transfer? Because Luke is really confusing a lot of people. But on the other side, and that's really important, Isak seems like he had an interesting and last conversation with the Saudis, in which he made it so clear that he wanted to join Liverpool, and he said that there was an agreement in terms of what has happened. Hence, why Newcastle has been moving so far, so much, and this has been confirmed by three reporters in Newcastle: Craig Hope, as well as Kenneth from Sky Sports. Sky Kenneth, then also another one, Lee Duncan. I think they've all confirmed this. Even some big reporters, like I'm talking about the likes of David Ornstein, the likes of Fabrizio Ramon. We've also heard it from the people like Alex Crook and Ben Jacobs. They've been confirming this story, and it now stands to see what happens now, because if they've found a replacement, what's stopping them from doing that? And if they're buying somebody, I was laughing something that Craig Hope said. I just put this one in. He said that the player that Newcastle are signing right now, what is his name? I don't wanna butcher his name. The player that Newcastle are signing right now, according to Craig Hope, he is actually Callum Wilson's replacement. Callum Wilson's replacement. So wait, let me show you. Let me show you. So Sky Kennedy was talking about, now there is an open for Newcastle to move in after they've managed to secure the players that they've been working on. Now listen to this. According to Luke Edwards, yeah, that's one I was talking about, of the Telegraph. 90 million euro Nick Vodman. I think that's Vodman. Newcastle United's record signing is Callum Wilson's replacement. Callum Wilson played 400 Premier League minutes last season. And you're telling me that Newcastle just spent 90 million to replace a backup? That doesn't sound proper, right? Let us all be honest. Everything that if you are using your entire senses and you're not maybe in the camp on the Mr. Look over here, if Newcastle are gonna spend that amount of money, it just gives you one end. They are preparing a life without one of their biggest stars, and in this case is Alexander Isak, and we accept that. We are ready for that, and we are really happy that things starts moving. So let's see what happens with Liverpool. But that's also something that is happening on the gay side, because what we are being told is that Nagay is moving very, very close to Liverpool. In fact, according to some rumors, a 40 million bid has already been put by Liverpool, because Liverpool wants to get this job, this situation done. They want the player. Maybe they even want to register him earlier before the transfer, before the registration time is closed, so that he can participate in the game against Arsenal. Because let us be honest, Konate has not really been giving us those the excitement that we have been seeing. He has been affected by something, maybe the Diogo Jota situation or what. I understand. We're still recovering, we're still mourning, and it's acceptable that a player can lose his focus while he's mourning a match. But a lot of things is happening as well, people. We still have a big game to win, and it's going to be interesting to see. Giovanni Leone is a candidate, and maybe if we don't manage to do on that gay situation, we might and could see Leone becoming the guy who actually is the replacement to that. So it's going to be interesting to see how that one plays out. Like, but I'm really excited over these deals, and I can't wait to see what happens. On the other side, and this is really important, there are some outgoings that Liverpool are working on, and Tsimikas is leaning to going on loan to Roma. According to Fabrizio Ramon, it's ever closer. Things are inching very, very close. It's moving even way faster than we expected. So we're gonna see what happens. They wanted to sell him on permanent, but it seems like it's gonna be a loan signing. There's nothing we can do on that. It just means Roma don't have the money that Liverpool are demanding right now, but they'll work on it as we go. I don't know, is it gonna be an obligation to buy or not? I'm not sure. Another story which was said yesterday, which is Stephen Besitic is going to be remaining at Liverpool as the backup to Gravenberch, I think, or even one of those players, as he's going to be playing an important player. The reason why Liverpool has kept him is because of his talent and what he's capable of doing. They wanted him to have game time last season, and of course, he came back with an injury, but this helps because at least he has managed to have minutes in his legs and is ready to challenge. According to what the source he said, it's because of his talent and what he offers, what actually made Liverpool make this decision. And actually, I'm happy about that, because I think as much as and I think we're also going to talk about this. Tyler Morton is, and I think he's going to be one of those players we'll talk about in the long time. There's something that percentage offers which is just unique in my eyes. It's just so unique, and I cannot wait to see more of that. And I'm really happy for him. Let's see, let him come back to full fitness. Let's see him actually starting to get the game time, because I know the game time for this season for the youngsters is gonna happen. And also, there's been an interesting update when it comes to Harvey Elliott, that it's now looking more likely that Harvey Elliott could stay rather than leave, which is a good thing for us because we need him at the club. We need him to be helping us with more, because he's going to be a backup number 10 to, of course, Florian Wirtz. So it's going to be interesting to see how that one plays out like. And I think, of course, he can tell even himself that more minutes are there for him to take. So I'm excited about that one. On the other news that we might not be talking about as well, there is an assistant who has been added to Arne Slot's backroom staff. I think it's coming from Brazil. Who's going to be head of fitness. I think I'll talk more about that tomorrow when we build up and prepare for the week and the league. Don't forget to like that video. Don't forget to subscribe to Connect the Best way you support us here at TFC. And we'll see you on another one. We're out. Peace. Subscribe to the Connect.